Well, I must confess, I've got plantar fasciitis. Does that mean I can't do any more gardening? Or is there something wrong with my face? It's the other end. There's something wrong with my feet. The bottom toe pad, archway, and heel. Very painful every time I take a step. And finally, it worked for my left foot and included my right foot. Got all kinds of advice, went back and forth to doctors, went on the internet, and so on. A lot of this stuff doesn't make any sense, didn't work for me. Some of this stuff worked only temporarily. And if I put myself at the mercy of my medical establishment, I'd probably have to be in a wheelchair the way they started advising me. So, trial and error, common sense. I bought a number of things like a very expensive foot insert, which made it worse. I didn't make it 5 steps, and I haven't been able to make it back to get my money back. I limited my where I walked and how long I walked. I changed the location of the YMCA I go to. I go to one further away. Now I go to one close by, and it turns out to be even better, so it's a boon for me. And there I can do a lot of swimming, low impact. So anyway, here's some pointers. See what you think. Plantar fasciitis. Rotate use of 3 or more pair of footwear that do not have a soft but have a firm outside on the bottom. That have a firm outside on the bottom that contacts with the surface that you are walking upon, the bottom of the shoe. The shoe bottom. I found that the shoes I was wearing were very soft on the bottom, so I have a nice cushy walk. But that made it worse because I was, I guess, aggravating the shoe, not meeting hard surface to floor surface. And I accidentally bought more of the same shoe, didn't realize that it had a different sole on it, I guess you'd call it. So I use the AVIA shoe. It's like a sneaker, and it works really, really well. I bought 3 pair. So use plantar fasciitis shoe inserts as well. I just bumped into it at Walmart. Dr. Shoals has a shoe insert specifically for plantar fasciitis. It was like $12. People are offering me hundreds of dollars, saying, "Okay, I'll offer you. You buy the special shoe, special foot, and everything else." And I spent, I think, $28 for the shoes and $12 for the inserts, and I bought 3 pair. Don't just use 1 pair. You need to give them air and rest in between. I'm about ready to buy a 4th pair, and it works satisfactorily, and they are cheap. Now you can go buy the expensive way, and you might say, "Bob, you're wrong. This shoe works even better." Okay, I might try that again, but right now everything's working fine. Point 3: do not make contact directly with the floor without your special shoes with special inserts on them. That includes the pool deck. So you walk with your shoes all the way up to the edge of the pool, take them off, put on your flip-flops, or just gently get into the water, and then come out and then put your shoes back on. It looks a little weird. Your bathing suit is all you have on, and your pair of goggles, and then you wear your street shoes out there. But that's for your benefit, not for show. So do not make contact directly with the floor without your special shoes with special inserts in them. 4. Swim lots of laps, preferably freestyle, which provides lots of quick and easy leg repetition within an environment that is extremely low stress and very low impact. I swim backstroke as well, but I have a bad knee, and the backstroke kick is a lot harder than the freestyle kick. You can use a kickboard as well if you can't swim that well, or use the floatation vests that you just tie around your waist, and then you can walk or lean forward or lean backwards. There are things called noodles, look like noodles, big plastic noodles. You can wrap around your back and with your arms in between your arms, and you can float that way. The main thing is to get your legs moving, and it's great for your swimming breath and health, lungs, and the health of your overall body, the aerobics that you get out of it. So you swim lots of laps, preferably freestyle, which provides lots of quick and easy leg repetition within an environment that is extremely low stress, very low impact. some advice. You can use a kickboard, flotation vest. Minimize the power of the foot push-offs against the pool side, by the way. Just don't go to the end. Just turn and swim the other way, because you can do some damage, especially when the plantar fasciitis is really bad. And it was with me too. But sometimes you're pushing that way. That's a good exercise, but do it gently. Use open turns, because a missed flip turn can do damage to the feet and back if you're so skilled. I am pretty skilled in the flip turn. I used to be a sprinter, but I got to let my ego go. If somebody passes by you, let it go. You're rehabilitating your legs and your feet. So work hard, even to breathing hard, to challenge your conditioning, because the aerobics will cause blood flow from head to toe necessary to speed up recovery. And I just thought of this. I'm going to go to the doctor. Remember that song? The knee bone's connected to the toe bone. The feet, your feet are connected to your skeletal system, namely the lower back and hips, which more than likely, which might be causative. I think my lower back and my hips are aching all the time. When I finish swimming, I'm feeling really terrific. So organize your swim workout. Do X sets of Y number of laps at a good pace. X sets, I'm going to do 5 sets of 2 laps at a good pace. I've worked from there all the way up to now. I'm doing 3,000 yards minimum, and then go back that night and do another 60. So that's 3,000 yards, and another 1,500 is 4,500 yards. You don't have to go that far. I used to be a swimmer. But you can do it more easily, and it only takes about an hour and a quarter to do the 3,000 yards, or 120 laps lengths, and then about an hour and a quarter. And then about half again is that much when you go in the evening. That helps you sleep, by the way. So rest in between your sets. I do sets of 20. You may only want to do sets of 10 or 5 or 2 or 1, and just rest a little bit. Gauge your rest. You have adequate recovery, but not too much rest, because it's less helpful if you take it too easy. You have to work hard to get hard results. Increase X, Y, and decrease Z as your conditioning allows. I started off doing 10 laps, 10 lengths, and now I'm up to 120 and 60, 180 laps, 180 lengths. But I started with 10. Don't drink the water. That's a laugh. You're going to drink some of the water, because you got to open your mouth, and the way you breathe and so on, water splashing all over the place. No big deal. I always seem to get a mouthful or two in my way, because I swim around, I'm in a hurry, and I've missed the breath properly, and you end up with water in your lungs. So instead you swallow it. Think of something humorous. Humorous. Is that right? Think of something humorous while you're grinding out your swim laps. I came up with this joke the other day. What happens when a vegetarian goes away? Answer: he leaves you in peas. Decrease the rest time. Increase the number of laps as you see fit as you progress. You must be very tired after each session, which prompts you to increase the X, the number of sets, and the Y, the number of lengths that you do for each set. So your rest time, decrease the rest time, which is Z, and increase the number of laps as you see fit as you progress. So you'll end up like me. I started with a number of sets to do a total of 10 laps, and last night I did 6 sets of 500 in the morning, and 500 yards, and then that evening I did 3 sets of 500, and add it all up, you're getting up at 4,500 yards. And boy, are my legs and feet in shape now, and I'm walking normally. But I don't walk normally with my shoes off still. I'm very ginger. So even at home, I wear special shoes. That's why I have more than one pair. Now, don't forget to show up for regular workout, perhaps 3 or more times a week. You have to be regular with that, because you gain progress. You get uh, enthusiastic about the progress you make. And then you go backwards and get worse than ever. Keep a consistent show up and consistent day of rest in between, so that you have a chance to recover and the condition will improve. Don't forget, do not walk on the pool deck or any floor surface with anything but your special footwear. A number of people say they have it, and they say, I still have a modicum of it, because they refuse to keep your feet with shoes on it that are adequate for your walking. As you get older, your things aren't going to get better, but you'll stop the difficulty and pain. Tell people about your ailment and sort through their advice via trial and error, as I did. Try kicking if you find that your swim skill set is wanting by getting a kickboard, which is provided for me at the YMCA. Kick 3 kicks per arm movement, keeping legs stiff, not bent. There's a website called totalimmersion.net on how to swim efficiently. That's with a roll. Get your head down so your backside is up high and you're not dragging your feet. That's very hard to swim that way. No matter how many years I've swum, I can't swim too much when I'm dragging my feet at the bottom of the pool. Point 5. Eat healthier to give yourself an energy, well-being boost to accomplish the needed results. You can do you can get away with a lot too as well, because you're burning energy off. So you can eat more. So carbohydrates, you can build that up. I love cereal, and I'm eating a lot of strawberries and blueberries, and eat chicken and turkey and greens, spinach and carrots. And then a lot of times I have dessert. I've given up eating ice cream. That's a drag. And I use a protein drink. I love this. It's Equate by Walmart's brand name. And it's delicious tasting. It's 9 grams. And I eat a couple a day instead of the ice cream. They got good protein, you got a little bit of sugar, and lots of vitamins. Because you've got to stress your body out. You don't eat right, rest right, and exercise right, then there's a lot of less effectiveness going to happen. Do the floor exercises as a result of what people suggest you do. I Google searched it and select what works best. Sometimes I rotate my ankle 360. I reach down to grab the top of my foot. I'm doing that now, and pull it back. That's awkward, and I have other things to do but stop and exercise all the time. So you get all the exercise done at once. I had an exercise program with a physical therapist where I did about 400 or 500 or 600 repeats of different exercises. Guess how many repeats I get with my swimming? Tens of thousands of repeats. Which is better, 600 or 10,000, 60,000? Because when you kick 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you do 24 strokes per length, times 2, that's 48, times 6, that's 300 in one length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow. And that's why the effect is quicker when you swim, and it's lower impact, so you're not going to injure yourself. Physical therapist asked me to try to pick up marbles off a concrete floor, and that really hurt. She says, well, it's going to hurt, and then try to balance myself on some kind of a weird thing, a little step thing you step on, and it has only one leg on it, kind of roll back and forth. That hurt. And when I walked home, I was worse than ever. I said, forget this. I don't know what they're trying to do. I'm doing fine now. I'm walking normally with my shoes. Very, very little discomfort where it was severe pain before. So I'm going to keep on doing it this way. So I sit on a stool and open up lower cabinet door in the kitchen and stretch my feet on the bottom self edge at the kitchen sink as I prepare meals. Do you have a suitable stool to do that? A friend donated one that I use. It's used to actually take a shower in, so I sit on there right up next to the cabinet as it's open. The door is open to my left, and I put my feet on the shelf and dangle them gently. And you don't even know how much good that does, and you're not forcing it and making it worse. Thrift stores might have what you need as far as a suitable stool or something. Otherwise, stand on one foot inside on the shelf and the other on the floor. More on this next time.